Ah, got sand in my eyes!
The wind's here.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is sandy.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe this! All right. No.
Sure.
Really now. Yes! What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now we're not...
Come through! Take it! These ones are the freaks around us!
Now it's over!
It's over! Confiscated!
Now you see what I can do!
Sight me 1,000 gales! This one's all mine!
I'm not done!
Gusty nail!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Somehow, Things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's mine! I'll be saving this one! I'm
Turn the
not so good
tables
with
on.
air there are still more left!
Right.
Deal.
No time to hold back.
I'll be saving this one!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Little help! I never miss!
You're mine! Work is
Your
over!
company!
Talon hurt!
Yeah, destroy on instant!
Roll it down!
Airborne beast! My spec! Distinguished darkness!
Blow away!
Mirage!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
SAILEON, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than
Turn the
done!
tables on.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
My fists are crushing it out there!
I think Hoodle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans take...
Little help!
Take this! This one's all mine!
Door by the
Water!
Burn!
Okay, ready
You're
or
mine!
not?
It's over!
Mega Ray!
Where are you going? I can carve through
You're
armor!
mine! You're finished!
Leave the torches to me!
May 1,000 gales tear you
Not
to
a chance! I'm not done!
Gusty nails! Ready! Nicely done.
What's with that shining foe over there?
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. If I do.
Far enough!
By the power of
It can hide itself? Amazing!
I'll be saving this one.
Rob's in pain.
Instant!
Rising
Bring
at dawn!
astral energy!
Burn! No further!
Healing
Take this!
There you go! Look, I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Faster! Here's
You're
a healing
mine!
target show! First aid!
Now it's let loose! It's over!
Lightning orb! Still blade!
I'll finish you here and now!
I'm not
Should've messed with me!
It's
I
over!
can carve through armor!
Where are you going?
Here I come!
Damage blade!
Mirage! Soda!
I'm just getting started! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon storm!
Lightning
Eat
orb!
dirt!
Local, get toasty!
Burn strike!
I've been doing really great lately.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
I wonder just how many people have been saved by SAILEON in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this? Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
No choice.
Confiscated!
Let's give it a whirl!
Crumble!
Prepare to be seized! Can't get out of
Be
this!
careful! It has some kind of camouflage! Divine! Got it!
You're mine!
Freaking
You're
done it!
finished!
One more!
Eat this!
How about this?
Run it! That's freaking done it!
Shock!
Get out there!
I'm on it!
Dance of the wind! In here!
Infernal torrent! No escape!
A whirling struggle!
This one's mine!
In here! I'll be saving this
Will this
one!
help?
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Not today!
I can carve through armor!
Here I come!
Eagle fly!
My astral energy's all over the place!
Are you okay?
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to concentrate!
Use me for warning!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are...
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
No backing down!
Freezing
Eat them!
storm!
Let's win!
Lightning attack!
Take this! It's over! Stardust!
By the power of
Rising Phoenix!
Thousand gales, tear you to shreds!
Watch
It's
this!
I'll
over!
heal you all! Gusty nails! Healing circle!
Okay, here I come!
So much for sitting this fight out.
Wouldn't be able to play that. No betting in here! This one's mine! Get on in there with the others!
Strike!
None shall escape from with darkness!
Shattering shock!
Tease in!
Take this!
Arch healed!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike! Any injuries? You guys want to rest here?
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
And the truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? That unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, Then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much...
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as Lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving?
Hi, Hoodle! Take it! Denied! I'm only getting started! Here goes! Go get raging cascade!
In a bind? Got fires!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Take it! Unlock! Elusive deity! Hurrah! Here I come! You're finished!
Let the marksman handle it!
Shot!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Out of our way!
shall provide us with
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Rob's on it.
Don't mind if I do.
Elusive deity, you're mine!
Now!
Well,
Demon's Descent!
flashing fang!
Lightning
My
Descent!
Look sharp!
Thunder! Woo!
The heavens must be smiling.
Who?
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
Who? Phew, what a rush.
Go no further!
They got me flanked! Armor won't save you! You're
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out? Fine, why can't they just sit?
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Not a chance! Denied! Eat this! It's over!
None can escape my
I'm on
shot!
it!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Who?
Maybe something's going on in the forest. This will be a delicious piece of cake. None shall escape my judgment.
Take this! Infernal torrent! Now, take this! It's over!
Helium!
Thanks!
Get on!
Did they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana?
Not feel ready?
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Where are you going?
Strike! That's enough! Sword!
Cyan instant!
Ignite! Next, take this!
Searing flame!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you, truly.
Here goes! Nice, Law!
Leave it all to love!
Hey, I'm here too, you know.
We're thinning them out.
Please, more like me!
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very striking.
Not today!
Here's a healing
No
attack!
escape!
First aid!
Here I go!
This one's mine.
Let it tear!
Mega Ray!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here's a healing lightning attack!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
This one's mine.
Do it! Fine!
Astral energy, full throttle!
Nicely done.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alvin and Shion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hoodle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hoodle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Out of our way!
Here goes!
No further!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a control idea.
No, that'd be silly.
Sweet dreams! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
There you go.
Hey, Will, see that you don't get in trouble again.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done. Lightning orb! Lightning attack! Thunderblade!
Wow, look what I just found.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves no matter what. Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Huro would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Hey, you're pretty good at cooking, Dohalim.
That's for sure, and rather surprising. I never thought a Renan lord would know how to fix anything on their own.
You flatter me. This dish is nothing special.
I don't know. I'd say this was pretty good.
Yeah, if we ever get back to Calaglia, I'd love the chance to share this with everybody.
All I did was simply cut some ingredients and let them simmer inside the pot. Most anyone could prepare this recipe.
That's simple, huh? Just throw them in and simmer?
You might be misleading him a bit, making it sound so easy.
I'm certainly not exaggerating it.
If all it takes is putting ingredients in water, I can handle that. I'll have to try it soon.
Huh? I think it might be better if you didn't, Alphen.
Why not?
And if he did, you'd be obligated to eat it.
Don't worry. I'll heal you afterwards.
I don't know whether to feel more sorry for Alphen when nobody believes in him, Or myself knowing what's in store for me once I eat his concoction.
Make sure to get some good rest.